Hello and welcome back, my dear friends. I'm so grateful you're here with me today. If you are listening, chances are you are on a fertility journey, or maybe you know someone who is. A path that can sometimes feel overwhelming, heavy, and uncertain. And yet, the fact that you have chosen to tune in, to take this time for yourself, tells me something very important. You are committed to nurturing not just your body, but also your heart and your mind. And this is the greatest gift that you can give yourself. So many of you came back from my last week's episode, and thank you for taking the time to give me feedback. So some of you were wondering how to do the manifestation that I was mentioning about the approach that Dr. Doody was sharing. And so today I want to share a practice inspired by Dr. Jim Doody, a neurosurgeon and researcher who appeared as a guest speaker in Mel Robbins' podcast show late December 2024, before he passed on this year. He speaks so beautifully about manifestation and the science behind it in that podcast show, and we'll explore what manifestation really means, why calming your nervous system is the very first step, and how you can shift from focusing on what you need toward embodying what you are ready to give. And then I'll guide you through a longer visualization practice that you can return to whenever you like. So let's get started.
Hello, and a warm welcome to my podcast show, Your Fertility Counselor. I'm your host, Tanya Fessler, and together we will dive into all things fertility, offering support, expert insights, and practical evidence-based advice for anyone navigating their fertility journey. So grab a cup of tea and make yourself comfortable. Let's get started.
So let's start with the word manifestation. Sometimes when people hear the word, it feels a little mystical or abstract. But Dr. Doody explains it simply. Manifestation and visualization are essentially the same thing. It's about imagining a reality so vividly that your brain and body begin to respond as if it's already happening. I'm sure you experienced to watch a TV show or a movie, and because you were so deep in the story of that movie, you actually experienced the sadness or the feelings or tension or suspense in a thriller when it came to those moments. So this is exactly what you can create with your beautiful mind too. And science supports this. When we visualize something, whether it's running a race or playing a musical instrument or imagining ourselves in a nurturing role, the same neural pathways in the brain light up as when we're actually doing it. Our brain doesn't distinguish between reality and imagination. So take that to your advantage. Studies have also shown this for decades. Mental imagery activates the motor cortex, the emotional centers, even our hormonal responses. It's as if we're giving our brain and body a rehearsal for the life we wish to live. So why calming the nervous system comes first? So here is something really important. For a manifestation to really take root, we first need to calm the nervous system. If we are in a state of anxiety or desperation, our body is in fight or flight mode. The stress hormone cortisol floods our system, and in that state, it's almost impossible to be open to new possibilities. Research on mindfulness and slow breathing has shown that when we take just a few minutes to quiet the body, the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system switches on. Our heart rate slows, cortisol levels drop, and the mind becomes more receptive. That's why any visualization practice should begin with a pause, softening and settling. Think of it like preparing the soil before planting a seed. So now let's talk about the heart of this practice. So often on the fertility journey, the focus is on need. I need this baby. I need this to happen now. And of course, those feelings are completely natural. But staying in that space can make the longing feel heavier and heavier because you start comparing. You look at social media and all what you see seems new pregnancies and babies all over. So Dr. Duty reminds us that manifestation is not about clinging to your needs, it's about embodying what you're ready to give. So instead of fixating on, I need a child, we gently shift to, what would it feel like to nurture, to hold, to give love? How can I shift this practice from need to giving? So imagine yourself as a parent, not from the perspective of grasping, but from the perspective of giving, as if you are already there, giving the warmth, the comfort, experiencing the joy and the safety. When you place yourself in that state, your heart softens, oxytocin and dopamine rises, and your body begins to align with the state of love and possibility. And that is true mind-body connection. So let's try this together now. If you are not driving or in a place where a little practice, guided practice might be not suitable or not safe enough, then please pause now and listen to this later. For all those that are able to be in a comfortable and safe place, you can now choose to sit or lie down without being disturbed for a few minutes. Make yourself truly comfortable now. Take a deep breath in through your nose and slowly breathe out through your mouth. And then do it again, breathing in gently and breathing out fully. Let your shoulders drop, let your jaw soften. With every breath, imagine how tension is easily melting away. Imagine tension in all your body parts, from the top of your head all the way to the tip of your toes, easily melting away with every exhale. That's great. And now, picture your nervous system like a lake. At first, the waters might feel stirred up, restless, or even cloudy. But with each slow breath, the surface grows calmer, the ripples fade until the water is still and clear. Allow yourself to rest in this beautiful calm. And now, in this softened state, begin to imagine yourself as a parent. There is no rush and no pressure, no expectations. Simply a gentle picture forming in your mind. See yourself holding your baby. Notice their weight in your arms, the warmth of their skin, perhaps even the sound of their breath or a tiny laugh. And now shift into the feeling of giving. What does it feel like to pour love into this little being? To give comfort, protection, to give joy. Allow your heart to swell with that sense of generosity and nurturing and the magic of love. As you breathe, let this feeling radiate outward. Imagine it flowing not only to your child, but also to your partner, your family, your friends. And then imagine it flowing gently back to yourself. You too are deserving of this compassion and care, of this unconditional love. Imagine how you can expand that into gratitude, feeling deeply grateful for all those around you, for your partner, for your family, for your friends, but maybe also for those that might only be faces that you see every day, security guard, or a neighbor, anybody that maybe gives back a smile, makes your day with small gestures. Feel how you can expand the gratitude to all those surrounding you, and maybe also to those that need it in this moment. And then see yourself in a mirror. And now give all the love and the gratitude to yourself for standing up for yourself, for your needs, for your self-worth, for who you are as a whole being. Thank yourself for pursuing this path with courage, with compassion, with love. Take a deep breath now to deeply anchor all the sensations that might have come up. Stay here for another few breaths, breathing in love and breathing out love. Giving and receiving in an endless gentle flow. And when you're ready, take one last deep breath in, the deepest breath of today. And as you breathe out, slowly bring your awareness back to the room around you. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And when it feels right, gently open your eyes. And it feels good, doesn't it? And while you are still in this beautiful state, take a moment to notice how you feel now. Maybe there is a softness in your body or a warmth in your chest. Maybe the mind feels just a little bit clearer. Remember, manifestation isn't about demanding what you need. It's about embodying what you're ready to give. And by calming your nervous system first, and then visualizing from a place of love and generosity, you are training your whole being to live in that state of possibility, of endless possibilities. You can return to this practice anytime, even for just a few minutes a day. Think of it as building a muscle of compassion, presence, and openness. So thank you for taking this time for yourself and for allowing me to be here with you. I feel deeply honored to be here with you alongside on your path. So please remember, you are not alone on this path. And you will hear me repeating this over and over again. It's my mission to bring into this world that everyone being on this path deserves to know that they are not alone. And the love you're cultivating for yourself and for the child you long to nurture is already alive within you. There is this beautiful saying that I once heard, that a mom carries two hearts. One is in preparation for her conception, for that baby to arrive, and one is in her chest. So I wish for you to carry two hearts each and every day, with lots of love, and feeling deeply grateful for you to have tuned in for today. Please share with others if you feel that you know of anyone else who could need this little break. Thank you for carrying on. Thank you for being courageous. Thank you for being here. And I'll be back next week. We have a lineup of amazing guest speakers, so I can't wait to share more with you. So stay tuned and see you next week. Take care.
Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Fertility Counselor podcast. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. If you need support or have any questions, reach out to us via email at inquiries@counselingconnects.com. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Fertility Connects. We'd love to hear from you. If you want to learn more about us and the services we offer, head to www.fertilityconnects.com. And if you're looking for support beyond fertility, visit www.counselingconnects.com. Take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.